Okay, fine. So today's concept is a data visualization. So how can we visualizing data in Python software wise, like coding wise? So there are two kind of libraries is available to visualizing the data. One is a Matplotlib, another one is a Seaborn. The most common and important libraries for machine learning and also artificial intelligence. So we can say to them say to this visualizing tool also. If any machine learning projects like computer science students is there means you know already, right? Any machine learning project is there means we have do one kind of prediction or understanding the regression output means, and the visualization tool like the Matplotlib Seaborn is very helpful to understanding our project, right? So same like that, in this program, our program is data analytics. So data analytics compared to that, Matplotlib Seaborn is most important. Okay, so generally data visualization is a field in data analysis that deals with the visual representation. Commonly data already, like we will discuss in day one, right? So commonly data analytics and visualization is to visualizing the data and meaningful insights. So inside the data we can represent into the understandable way. So that is a data visualization. Okay, so it graphically plots and data and is an effective way to communicate the inferences from data. So we can get a visual summary of our data with pictures, maps, graph, and also plottings like that. So human mind is easy to understand processing the data in our information. So we can convey to our information with the help of this graph and the maps is easy to understanding to that receiving person, right? So data visualization plays a significant role in representing the both small and large data set. Okay, so we can visualize the only two kind of data we have to visualize that. For example, like gender details only we have, right? So gender, the count of the gender. So the only two information we have. So we can visualize that. How it is possible? So with the help of the pie chart, we can visualize, right? So how many what is that gender is there, like most commonly male and female, right? How many peoples are there, like how many males and how many females? Based on the pie chart we can visualize, right? So for example 70 female and 80 male. So say based on the count we can visualize that. So we can visualize in the small data and also large data. A large data set is example for like when companies sale, right? For example, okay, Flipkart is common, right? Flipkart, Amazon, this kind of online shopping platform is very familiar to all, right? So that particular Amazon sales, we can take that. So based on the year wise and the month wise, product wise. So year wise, which product is mostly sale product. So month wise, which product is mostly sold. So based on the count and the sales rate and review. So based on this kind of data, there is and most of the data is there, right? So particular product name and product ID and year wise how many sales and month wise how many sales, which kind of brand. So these kind of the details in present that is large data set. So we can visualize that also. Okay, that is the concept of the data visualization. Okay, so next one, the Python offers several plottings in the Matplot and also Seaborn. In the particular Matplot and Seaborn, we have a multiple plottings, a line plot, graph plot, like bar plot, area plot, and also pie plot. So these kind of lots of plottings is available to helpful for to visualizing our data. If that is data visualization in Python, then only we can learn that Python in this particular session. So Matplot is the Python library used for data visualization. They have inbuilt module for plotting different graphs. Already told this. So customizable. The Matplot is a customizable pair built with the pandas and the Numpy for EDA procedure. The EDA means exploratory data analysis. That also one of the concept of data analytics. So this Matplot is working in the both like data set and arrays. So manually we can create data and we can visualize that, and we can use in the data set. Also we can work with this Matplotlib. Okay, so this is the thing the Matplot is working procedure. Okay, so next one, these are all the plotting. So first one is a line plot and a pie plot, and the same like that bar plot and scatter plot. So these are all the plottings is available. This kind of plotting is available in our what is that Python libraries like Matplot and so Seaborn. So next first one is a line plot. So how can we create the one particular line plot in picture way? So we wanted two kind of variables. So the all kind of like line plot, bar, and also area plot and like that. So this kind of plotting is working in the graphical format, right? So already we will learn the graphs in our school days, right? In 10th standard, like SSLC, and its max group, like computer max, sorry, biocomputer group. That means our biomax students is that. 11th was also having some kind of graph, right? So we can create a x-axis and y-axis, and we can pass in the values and compare to x-axis and also y-axis. So same concept we can understanding in this place using line plot and also data to visualizing. So we need two values x and y. In x values to compare with the y value. So both value will be meeting in place. That is our marking value, like our need value, like that. Okay. The syntax is same like that. This is the syntax for to create the line plot. We have x-axis to create in the array format. Y-axis is also create in the array format. So what is array and what is NP? So NP is a Numpy. Okay, so I think these are you are all like computer science students. So maybe you know about that this kind of Numpy and array. So once you see the example for this, I can show you like how can we create that. Okay. So most common libraries in machine learning and also Python is Pandas, Numpy, Matplotlib, Seaborn. This four kind of libraries is the most common. If you know about that machine learning, if you entering into the machine learning, the scikit-learn will be added. Okay. So in this data analytics, we can mostly we know about that just Matplotlib and Seaborn. What is Matplotlib and what is Seaborn? What is the purpose we can using in this place? That is enough for me. Well, like enough for us. Okay. So like plotting wise, we can move on. Okay. So first I will show the examples for this line plot. Okay, so I'm going to Colab. So Colab is all okay. I'm using for this one also. So I'll create a new notebook. I zoom in this. So once already you know the Colab already in previous session we will work with the Colab. So once we can connect the Colab to internet, then I will change the name of my notebook. So that is easy to understand and also taking in my future. Okay, what is that? Matplotlib and Seaborn. I give it a name for my notebook. And first thing, I will import the libraries. Okay. So first thing, I will import the libraries. The most common, first we can see in Matplotlib, right? So I will import the this kind of Matplot and also Numpy. So import matplotlib.pyplot. So this is my library name. Matplotlib is my exact name of the particular library. Pyplot is a Python plot. So you can create the plottings in Matplotlib, right? Plot as PLT. So we can give it a short form way, easy to understand. So every time we can use the library name like the Matplotlib name. So this is the big thing is most difficult one. So every time we can type this is a little more difficult. So then only we can give it a short way in this PLT format. So import next one is I will importing the another library that is Numpy. So Numpy is nothing but a numerical Python. It's helpful for handling with numbers and also arrays. Okay, so Numpy as NP. Once I will import this and run this cell, so automatically these libraries will be imported in my notebook, like in my system. So if you are a new user, means once you can installing the libraries. Okay, these are all libraries, right? So if you are a new user, kindly use this line and import with your system. So pip install matplotlib. So this is the syntax. Once you run this, automatically the library will be installing in your system. So already I have this matplotlib library. So then only I getting the message like this requirement already satisfied. If you are new user, you will installing the library, saying connecting package and successfully install the message will be shown to you. Okay. So once before the importing, you can installing the library, then you can import the library. Okay. So once we can install this, we will work with that our coding. Okay, so first okay, where is that? Okay guys, is fine, easy to work. So line plot syntax, you can create a two kind of variable, like two kind of values. We can plotting like this plt.plot. Plt is a matplotlib, plot is the name of the line plot, and the x and y, we can passing this both value in my plot. Then only the plt.show means to execute the picture in my cell. Okay, so now I will create this x is equal to np dot array of, I will passing some values. So 10, 20, 30, 20, 50, like this. I create some values. and passing the y value like np dot same syntax array. Passing the y value is a 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 3. Yeah, give it a second, guys. 3 and 2 comma 5. So equal value will pass, and they will create the plot. So plt dot plot of passing the x and y axis. Then we can show that plt dot show. So x is a 10 to 10, 20, 30, 30, and also 50 values is that. Y is have a 1, 2, 3 values, right? So once I run this, random based on the values, the output like the line will be created. So do you see this? Just we will create the line, straight line, starting with the 10 and ending with the 50. So now I will create this like okay, starting value is 40. Okay, then ending value is this also like starting with the 4. So once I run this, so just we can pass in the values automatically is assigning like this format. So 20, right? So starting value is a 20. So sorry, minimum value is a 20. Starting with the 20, maximum value is a 50. So both like the line will be end in the 50 last. Like okay, so this is like this format is using for just passing the value. Okay, so if you need a like any changes, okay, if you need any changes to that, we can pass in changing the y value. Okay, okay, wait a second. So based on the matplotlib, we can assigning randomly. So already I told this in slide. You can see that. So matplotlib is working with the both. Where is that? Dataset and also arrays. So dataset means we can pass in our particular columns name, like our data values name. So arrays means we can pass in our values. So manually we can give us some values. Okay. Just now I will show the example for you. Okay, then we give a random values. This is also my value. So my wish values. So what can I values I need? I will give it a randomly. It is not a fixed value. Okay. If you have a data set, you can pass in that particular data value. Okay. So I will show the example for Seaborn in the data set values. First, we can visualizing the data. So this is the format we can visualize the data. Okay. So now I will give it as the next value. So you see that 1, 2, 3, 4 and also 5. So x-axis I will give it to the 4 to still 1 to 5. So y-axis I will changing the values like hundreds, like 10 to hundreds. So 10 and also 100 and sorry, okay, 50, come on, like 120, come on, again 80. Okay, so I will give it the remove the another values. So equal dimension is like x-axis and y-axis both value will be equally here. Then only we can show the output. If the values mismatch means is getting error. So do you see that first one is a 1 comma 10. So automatically 1 comma 10. We x-axis have a 1 and the y-axis is a 10. So they're starting with a 10. Next one is a 2 comma 100. So the 2 is the 2 comma 100. The point value meeting in this place. So next one is a 3 comma 50. So 3 like the 3. Okay, wait a second. The 3 is here and ending with the 50. In between that 40 and 60, the 50 value is there. Okay. So next one is a 40 comma 120. So 4 comma 120. 4 is highest value is 120. The higher the value the line will be end with 120. Finally is a 5 comma 80. So 5 comma 80. So 5 and 80. So this is the way we can passing based on my values. The line shape will be differ. Okay. So another thing is we cannot mentioning this exact x value and y value because the coding wise, right? If you need a changes of this x and y values, we will create another code lines, multiple code lines in creating this deeply. Okay, so just our concept is visualizing the data. Okay, so that we can learn about the basic thing in coding wise. We will entering into the tool wise like Power BI and like data visualization tool wise. We can entering in the deeply about that visualization tools. So just we can create how we can create the visualizing the data in coding wise. That only we can know in this session. Okay, so this is the basic format to visualizing the data. So next one, entering into the multiple line. So same plotting, we can create a multiple line. Okay, so the plotting will be same, but we can create a multiple line. How can we create? We will show, like we will see that. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so now I will create a multiple line, right? So I will take one kind of concept that is easy to understand. Okay, so I take a years is equal to okay, we take a years wise, we can visualize that. So yes is passing some years like starting with the 2000, 2001, come on, 2002, sorry, 2003, come on, 2004, 2005. So I pass it 2000 to 2005. How much yield of this particular fruit? Okay, so I pass it into apple and banana. Okay, so apple's yield is I'm also creating some values. So apple is randomly I give it some ranges. Okay, so starting with an 50, comma 70, comma 90, comma suddenly is going to the 20, and also suddenly increase with 100, and also again 120. And the next one's a banana yield, or banana or orange, like mango also we can take. Okay, mango. Okay, this also same like that, is having high yield, like starting with a high yield 2000, like 100, and then it says it decreased, so 80 and 60, and again is increased little more bit, little bit like 70, and also it's going to 80 and 50. So these three values will equally is that, then only our plotting will visualize. The values will mismatch, we can getting error. Okay, I will show that. So first I will create that, then we can visualize that, like plt. Okay, plt dot plot is the line plot function, and we can pass in the values like years wise. Okay, yeah, years wise apple, and again create another plot of mango, sorry, years, come on, mango. Okay, I'm getting another comma. Okay, fine. So now we can give a plt dot show function to visualize the plot. So do you see that? So starting with an x-axis having years, 2000 to 2005, and next one we will passing the some values. Apple is having 50. So based on the values we can understand. Okay, so first the 2000 year, the 50 is the, like, blue line is apple and orange line is a mango. Okay, so the first 2000, in 2000 year, apple is having 50, like 50 million yield, like that, like 50,000 yield. In 2001 is increased like a 70, I think, right? Yeah, 70. Same like the 2002 is increasing to 90. Still 2003 sudden decrement, there is comes to the 20. Again 2004 is suddenly increased to the 100, and still is increased to the 2005. So do you see the mango? The mango is starting 2000 years is having 100 plus yield, 100 yield. In 2001 is decreasing into the 70, right? Sorry, 80. Okay, so this 2002 is going to the 60, and then 2003 is increased to the 70, and again 2004 is going to the 80. In 2005 it comes to the 50. So this is also just we can see the data. So we need an exact way, easy to understand the exact value of our visual, like our plotting, that is having some values. Like we can give a x-axis and also y-axis name. So the x-axis is the yes, we can mentioning the yes text in our x-axis, and also y-axis having yield of fruits. So we can mention in the text in the yield of fruits, and we can adding the title of our plotting, and we can give exact values to understanding the value to meeting point, and like we can mark that particular meeting value. These are things we can create that. So I will show you how can we create these particular things. These are all things. Okay, so first one, we can mark the value. Okay, so marker is equal to, I will mentioning one symbol, that is star symbol. The marker syntax, like function, is to mentioning that particular symbol in that meeting values. The two values will meeting place, that particular symbol will be add. Same thing is having mango also. So marker is equal to, we can passing that 0, like O, that is round. We can identify that, right? So apple is having star mark and the mango is having like O mark. Once I run this, we can see that they see that. So mango is O and the apple is star, right? So now we can understand 2000 and 50 is marking. This is the marking place. In this place is meeting. So based on the stars, like the particular marker symbol, we can understand. So in what is that? Again, easier way to, we can passing grid lines. The grid line is helpful for to identify the values. So plt dot grid function, we can pass in the grid. Sorry, yeah. So the grid function is to create the lines in behind the plot. So in this plot, the grid lines will be created. So already you know about the grid, right? The grid lines. So the grid line. So now we can understand, right? 2000, like the 50 is meeting in this place. So 2001 is the 70. 2002 is coming to the 2000. Like if we will passing the 10s or 20s, automatically the values will be assigning it 10, 20, 30, like that. Okay, so based on the high values, that we can give a less than values. Only 6 arguments will be passed. Then only is give a 20 to like 20s and even numbers is there, right? So next one, we can understanding the color of our fruits. So what will we do? We can passing the legend function. We can using to understanding our pictures values. So plt dot legend of can passing two values. We have two fruits, right? So apple, comma mango. So based on the values, the color will be differed. Okay. So do you see that now the blue color is apple, yellow color is a mango. If I changing the position, the orange is like the yeah, right. So mango is blue and apple is orange. Based on my position, the values will be assigned. Because this is the way we can splitting and understanding the our plotting. So on the next one, yeah, I'm missing that like labels. So we give it a label into x-axis and also y-axis, right? So again, I will show the function that is plt dot x label of, we can pass in the name. Name x-axis, give it as a years already referred to me, and again plt dot y label. It's also having like yield values. So if I run this, so x-axis in this place. So in the under the values, the years will be assigned. Years text will be assigned. In between the in behind the values, yield values will be assigned. This means that the years and yield values. Okay, so same like that, we can pass in the title of our plotting also. So plt dot title yield graph. Okay, so that just I give it a name like that, yield graph of my plotting. So yield graph, x-axis and y-axis name and values. And last one is we can give a color. We can change the colors also. Okay, so I will using that color, the color function. Color is equal to apple is a red. Okay, so based on the color we can pass it. Okay, so mango is a yellow, right? Like yellow is green, right? So color is I give it a yellow. So one or two colors is having, we can mention just the first letter. So other colors will be given as full characters of the particular word. So now apple is a red and mango is a yellow. So the colors will be changed. Okay, so the yellow is not visible. So we can change the color like as blue or black. So you can give us a black. So it also a little more different. Okay for that. Okay, so this is the way we can create the plottings. We can take on particular concept. Year wise, we can identify the two different fruits, that is apple and mango. Then we can plotting the particular fruits. So PLT is a matplotlib and a plot is a function of the line plot. And years is the x-axis and apple and mango is an y-axis value. We can identify the two different values in single plotting. Okay, so the marker is to mentioning that meeting values, that is based on this symbol we can point that, and the color is we can changing the line color, and the legend is function is using for to identify the value. So which one is apple and which one is mango. The two different fruits, we can identify that. The grid function is using for to identify the background values, and x label and y label title is to mentioning the x-axis value, x-axis name, y-axis name, and mentioning our graph name. Last one, show is helpful for to visible to what is that, to showing our plot. So that is show function. This is the way we can create the plot. Okay, line plot. So next one, we are entering into line style. Yeah, right. I'm missing that. So we can changing our line style also. So this continuous style is there, right? So we can mentioning the style. Okay. Yeah, we can mention in the line style, and style, yeah, is equal to, we can give it as a three to four kind of things. So dotted, dashed dot, and also solid. Dotted, dashed dot, dashed, and solid. Dotted means the line will be given as a like point well, like dot base. If I run this, you can see that. Okay, fine. I will give it a spelling mistake of this. So you see that the red apple, I'm only changing the apple in apple plot only. So the apple red color is showing like a dot. So dot wise we can use is visible. So next one is the line style. Okay, so sorry, I will changing the what is that? Yeah, mango. So line style is visual like a dash. So the hyphen symbol, right? Dash means hyphen symbol is showing like that. So do you see that mango will be showing like a dash, the apple will be showing like a dot. So if you need types of this particular lines, like you can giving your mistake in your coding. So now we remove the D function. So now is give a error. Sorry, it shows like a error. So in this particular error, showing the what are all the types is there. Do you see that the dash is not valid? The spelling mistake is there, right? Supported values. What are all the values will be supported? The Colab will be referred to you. Like known means there is no plotting will be show. like the line will be slow. And solid means the continuous line, that is solid. Dashed means now I show you, right? Dash the hyphen symbol. Dash dot means hyphen plus that particular dot will be shows like that. Dotted means like this dotted symbol only, so it's showing to you. Okay, so this is the way we can identifying the plottings, so like line style. Okay, so now I give it as a dash, automatically the value plotting will be shows like this. Okay, so this is the way we can give create a line plot in like this format. Okay, so already we will see this all, right? We can give a part values and then mention the label, title, grid, all function already we can see. We are already see, right? So next one is the subplots. The subplots means we can create a one image in the multiple plottings. Okay, we can create a one single plot like image like frame. We can create a multiple plottings. So without see that, we can see already we going to see the another plotting, and finally we can coming into the subplot. Okay, so first the next one is scatter plot. Scatter plot means same like that, same line plot, but the values will be showing only dot base. So like for example, the 5,99 is there, right? So when the 5 and 99 value will be meet, the particular point will be dot. The meeting place only marked as a dot base. That is not connected. Okay. So once I show this, showing this, I will take that same. Okay, fine. I will take this syntax. Okay, and paste it here. Pat dot scatter. Guys, yeah, scatter of x comma y and pat dot show. So the show function is using for to visualize showing the picture. So like this. The scatter plot also says same like that. So 1 comma 10. So the 1 and 10 will meet in the place. The particular place only marked. Next is the 2 comma 100. So 2 comma 100 meeting place in this place. The values, the line will be meet. 3 comma 50. So in this place. So 4 comma 120. 5 comma 8. So this is also same like line plot. So we can mentioning the labels and mentioning the name, legend. So legend is not using this place because single value we can show, right? So legend function is using for mostly identifying the two different values. Okay, so give it as a x-axis, y is give it as a name like y-axis. So then title is a scatter plot. So I will passing the value. We run this x-axis, y-axis. That title is a scatter plot. So this is same like you can changing the symbol. So marker is equal to mention like a star. The round the mention like a star base. And also color is the same like this. Color is equal to red. So the markers will be showing like a red format. So we give her multiple values, the data will be shown like extra, like 8, 10, 15, 13, 20, 30, like. So adding extra like 6 values, right? So in this y parameter also having same value. So okay, it's also tens, right? So 30 and 50, comma 150, comma again 20 and 60, 90. So totally 6 values are right. So 30, 60, right? So now I run this. There is lot more than values is there, like maximum values is showing like this. If I give a grid value, that also is easy to visible. Grid. So the grid will the line will be shown like this. Okay. So this is the way you can identify the scatter plot. So next one is the bar plot. So bar plot is also same like that. The plotting will be mentioning in that bar wise the values will be shown. So in this place, I will take a 2 years and apple wise how many values is there. So I will using same values, and we can create the plot as a pat dot bar passing the years, comma apple. I am also mentioning the color. So color is equal to what is that? Green. Okay. The pat dot show. And on this, the bar will be shows like this. So in 2000 year, the 50 apple yield is have a 50. 2001, that is 70, right? In 2002, that is 90, and 2003, that is 20, I think, yeah, 20. 2004, that is 100. 2005, it is a 120. So these are the same like that. We can mentioning the X label, Y label. So X label, Y label, and also title. So the grid is you need it, you can give the grid. It is no needed, you can remove that. So in this place, marker is no need. If you use the marker, that is not visible properly. Why? Because we can create the bar plot, right? So marker is no need. So if you want, you can mention that. You give a star symbol. Okay, that is not mentioned, like, because we have create a plottings like bar plot, right? The marker is no need, so it's getting error. So marker is no needed in this place. Okay, so this is the way we can create a bar. If you mention in the bar H, the vertical bars is shows like a horizontal bar. So now the bars are shows like a up and down, like down to up, right? So if you give a bar H, means horizontal bar means is going to the left to right. So you see this. So the bars will be shows like a left to right format. Okay. So this is the differentiate between bar and bar H. Okay. So once I show into the different plottings. If you give it just a bar, that is shows like a vertically. If you give it as a bar H, that is shows like a horizontal. Okay. So this is the difference between bar and bar H. So next one is horizontal bar. So now I said, right, horizontal bar H. Histogram is just we can passing the values in assigning the lines also. Based on the continuous value, we can understand in histogram plot. Okay, so now I give a random value. So that is A is equal to, yeah. So 20, 30, 23, 25, 2. Now I will create a plot plt dot hist. The color is red. Hist is using for histogram plot. That's it. So based on the high values, it's showing like the low value will be not showing. Histogram is just showing our continuous value in visual plot, like visually. But the picture is we can show that, like visible that. The next one is the box plot. The box plot is mostly using for understanding the minimum value and also maximum value. Okay. So I show the example for this one also. So yeah, PLT, sorry. Already we have some values. Dot box. Yeah, box plot. Passing the X and PLT dot show. So you see that minimum value is a 1, maximum value is a 5, and 20% is a 2, and 35% is a 30 is a 50%, 4 is a 70%. So this line is mentioning that wait a second guys, I will create another one. So p dot a of yes, minimum value is a 3 and 50% is a 5, so 25% is a 5, 7, 9 and 11. Okay, wait a second guys, that is not show. Okay, so generally like the box plot is using to identify the minimum value, maximum value, and also 50% of the value. That is a common of a box plot. So minimum value is a 1, maximum value is a 5, and 50% is a 3, and 70% is a 4, 25% value is a 2. So this is the way we can using the box plot to understanding the statistical measures. Okay. So finally is a pie chart. Pie chart is used for already we know about it, right? To categorical ways we can understanding the values, right? Syntax is okay. Yeah, I will create like a name. Okay, name is equal to Raj, Tom, Jack, Tim. There are 4 people is there based on the people's age. So I am mentioning the age of these peoples is equal to okay, Raj is at 20, Tom is at 25, Jack is a 30, like 35. So plt.py, plt is a matplotlib, py is a function, pyplot function, age is our values, that particular person's value, labels is in that person's name, like labels. So plt.tom, like Tom 20, Raj, Krim, Jack. So sorry, the small age people, like small boy is a Raj. What is that? Small age people is a Raj, and high age people is a Krim. So Raj is having small values, Krim is having high spaces, and Tom and Jack is a little more difference between the Tom and Jack. If you need a values of this, so again you can pass in the function auto PCT, that is using for percentage of our values. So modulus symbol and passing the like values. So percentage 1.01 and passing the auto PCT percentage and mentioning the format. So which format we can passing the percentage values. So run this, the percentage value will be added. Okay, incomplete format. Okay, sorry, I forget that one particular symbol, additional modulus symbol. So now the Tom is 22 and Raj is 18, Krim is a 31, Jack is a 27. So highest age person is Krim, so that is 31, and lowest age person is Raj, that is 18, and like second position is the 25 is a Tom, and Jack is a 30. So based on the people's age whole number count, the percentage value will be assigned. Okay, if we want to change the color of this one, so we can mention in the colors function, same like that. So color is equal to mentioning that is For example, now the Rajas have a blue, right? So I will change the Rajas red, and what is that? Next one, Thomas, I want a black. Jack is I need mentioning the yellow, and finally the Kim is mentioned like a purple. Okay, so now I run this based on the colors, assigning the name base. Okay, yeah, forget this. Yes, is missing. Sorry, colors. You see that the Tom is showing like a black. Okay, black color is not visible in the percentage. So I take the black into blue. I'm mentioning the blue value. So now the Raj is red, and also the Tom is blue, and yellow is Jack, and the Grim is a purple. So based on the which kind of color I need, I will mention that automatically assign this color in that particular post. Okay, so this is the thing, we can create the pie plot. Okay, so do you understand how can we create that this kind of plottings? So now we are entering into that subplots. Okay, next one is going to the visualization. So like Seaborn. So before that, we will see in that subplot. So subplot is to create that multiple plottings in a single frame. That is subplot. There is nothing but the same concept we can use, and I will show you the example directly, then only you can understand. Okay, so I take this same concept, Jack and the age and the name base, I will take that. So okay, so now I will show the multiple plotting in single frame. So I take that bar plot and scatter and a line. I will take these three kind of things. So bar and okay, first paste it here. Then take a same value line like scatter. Okay, fine. Scatter. The first thing we're going to take the line plot. So line is line. So in this place, what is our addition value, adding values? So we can create as a line plot and same line plot. So now we can use in this slide they are using single same plot. So line plot also using all plottings. So now we are all try to different plot. So line plot, scatter plot, and also bar plot. Three different plots we can using in our subplot function. Okay, so we can create this first. Every plotting we can mention the subplot function. So plt dot subplot of 1 1. Right? No, it is not this one. Okay, 3 comma 2 comma 1. So next one we can mention the plt dot subplot m3 comma 2 comma 2 using plt dot subplot. E is missing, right? So plt dot subplot 3 comma 2 comma 3. So once I complete this, mention plt dot show. So before run this, I will changing the values. Okay, so in this place I will passing year, but our input value is a name, right? So name, passing the x-axis and y-axis, name and the age, and in this place also passing the name and the age. So in this one also passing the name and the age. So now I run this. That is 3 different plotting showing in single place. Okay, wait a second, guys. That is some mistake. Yeah, okay, fine. I will make a mistake. So do you see this? So what is the subplot will be mentioning in this place means we can create a 3 different plotting in the single frame. That is subplot. Okay. So what is the meaning of this 3 comma 1 1 3 comma 1 comma 2 and 3 comma 1 comma 3 means first 3 is mentioning the row. So if I mention the 3 means the 3 rows is there. So 1 2 3, there is 3 rows. Okay, 1 means single column, 1 column, that is row, and this is a column. Vertically is going that, horizontally is going that is row. Vertically is like going like that is column, right? So now 3 rows. So 1 2 3, 3 rows is there. Okay, 1 column. So the 3 plotting will be showing like a same line. So that is column. What is the end of the values? 1 2 3 means that is position of this particular plotting. So 1 means the bar plot will be showing is the first position. 2 means the scatter plot is stored in the second position. 3 means the line plot is showing like a third position. This is the differentiate between this 3 comma 1 comma 1. So now I changes, like now I showing like that. This every plotting is mentioning 1 by 1, like 1 2 3. So this way, like horizontal way, I will showing this kind of plottings. So now I changing the value 1 comma 3, and also same like that. Every value I will change 1 comma 3 and also 1 comma 3. So now I run this, you can see the output for this. So all values will showing in like this format. So near by near. Okay, so then now the bar plot is there, scatter plot is there, and also line plot is there. So now I changing the position of this plotting. So I will give a bar plot as a second place, and scatter plot as a first place, and line plot as a line plot is like a third place. So scatter plot is comes to the first place, bar is going to the second place, line is mentioned like the third place. So this is the meaning of this particular subplot. Subplot is using for to create the multiple plottings in a single frame. That is the major work of the subplot function. Okay, so do you understand what I try to say? Subplot is using for to mentioning the multiple lines in a single frame. That is subplot function. Okay, so in starting with, then we can see that matplotlib, we can create a manual data, that is line plot, and also what is that? Same like the line plot is having some functions. The marker function we can add, color we can change, line cell we can change, mentioning the legend function, grid, we can passing the label of this particular axis, y axis and x axis, and we can identify the scatter plot, and we know the bar plot and bar H, like horizontal bar, and a histogram we can see, and a box plot also we can see. Finally, we can see the pie plot. How can we create the pie plot? How to passing the values and the percentage? We can create that. These are all things we can discuss. Finally, we will discuss with the subplot function. Okay, subplot is using for visualizing the plottings in a single frame. Okay, so this is the thing. Is Matplotlib mentioning that. So next one is a Seaborn. So the time is. Okay, 7:40. Okay, so we have a time, so we can finish that. So same like that, Seaborn is also one of the library in the data visualization, but Seaborn is little more different. That is work with the data set only. The Matplotlib is working with the data set and also array, but the Seaborn is working with the only one data set only. That is not like the Seaborn is not convenient for our manual data. Okay, so first was scatter plot. So the plottings also same, all are same. Plottings also all are same. So we can using the data set. That's it. Okay, so I will show the example for quickly. So before we can create the plotting, we have an important work, that is we can importing the library of the Seaborn. So Seaborn, import Seaborn as SNS. So this is the short form of our Seaborn. So once I importing the library, and next I will upload the data set. So this common thing to collect the data is Kaggle platform is there. Tomorrow I will said about the Kaggle platform. So most of the people you know about the Kaggle, right? That is the data collection platform. So whatever your data you need, you can take that and using the data set. So now I will show the default data in our library. So one particular data is already having in our particular library. So C1 is having one of the data sets. So Titanic. So SNS dot load data set. So data set of Titanic. So in one of the some kind of libraries already having some kind of default data. So the SNS like Seaborn is having Titan data set is there defaultly available, and Iris data set is available, Tips data set available. So this kind of some library some data set is having in some kind of libraries. So now I will upload like loading the data set in my library, like variable. So once I load the data set, again I call the Titanic data set. So the Titanic data set will be showing like this. So Titanic dot head function using to visual the execute the data set. So this is the data set, like table format, that is called as a data set, right? So data set is having like a shows like this format. So rows and columns is there. So this is the column: surveyed, P class, gender, age, siblings, parch and fair, embarked class, man or who, like men are same like the gender wise, adult male or deck. So embarked, town, and alive, allowed. These are also columns. The details is a row. So the zeroth index means that particular male. The male person is traveling in the passenger class, third class passenger. Age is 22, and siblings. So one sibling is that. Part is 0. The fare is $7.25. Embarked is a station like Southam town. That particular person's departure station, and alive means it's live or not. Alone means is single person or married person. So in this load data is having some kind of mistakes is there. You see that the repeated values are there. So already surveyed column is there. The surveyed column also same concept and same detail is there, and alive is also same detail. That person is lived or not. That is the question. Surveyed means he is escaped that particular accident or not. So 0 means no. Yes means 1 means yes. He survived or is alive. And also sex is there, like gender is there, and also who is there. Who is that particular person, that is male or female. That is the thing. So gender is having male, female, the who is having man, woman. and embarked town. The embarked is having like first character only, SC like that. Embarked town means you mentioning the full name. Southampton, and Cherbourg. So if you take the Titanic dataset in Kaggle platform, that is easy to understand. The data are structured data. It is unstructured data. Okay. So now just we can understand the concept of Seaborn, right? Then only I will take this dataset. So we don't have much time also. So we have only 10 minutes, like 8 o'clock here. So now I will complete it in 10 minutes. The first one is a scatter plot, right? So we can create this SNS dot scatter plot passing the two different values. In this place, we can using the two different things. Okay, wait a second, guys. Okay, so we can passing the two different values. So x-axis we can mentioning the age of this particular people, age, comma, y-axis we can passing that okay, fare. Ticket price we can ticket price wise we can classify the peoples. Okay, fare, comma, passing the data is equal to Titanic, and the legend is we need we can pass the legend. So it's coming like continuous value. So the legend is no needed. So again we can visualize that PLD dot show function to showing the picture. So do you see that? So age wise the particular person's ticket price. 0 means starting within 1 or 2, like children to still old age people. Okay, so 10, 20, 30. So based on the age wise, the ticket fare will be shows like this. So only 30 to 40 age group people only give a highest pay, that is 500, above 500. That is first class people. Okay, so this is a scatter plot. Scatter plot already we see that, right? So next one is a hue function. The hue function is showing the colors. The hue function is showing like a colors. Okay, so I will mention the hue function in this place. So hue is using for how many male and how many female. So hue is equal to in passing the sex column. So blue color is a male and a yellow color like orange color is a female. So how many males, how much fare they can paid and age wise and gender wise how many people we can paid the fare details. Okay. So next one is a bar plot. Bar plot is also the same like that. Already we see in Matplotlib, right? So in this place we can passing the datas. We cannot passing our own data, right? We can passing our taking data. We can passing that. So I will show that like SNS dot bar plot. What is the syntax? Yeah, bar plot passing the x is equal to. So which kind of data we can pass in this place? Okay, same age wise. Age or okay, gender wise we can be passing the gender wise. Sex, gender wise can identify this age and hue and class and Titanic. That means age wise, gender wise is they are age and which class they are traveled. This kind of concept we can take that. So male or female. So mostly the male people, most of the male people travel in the first class is above 40 plus age people. So mostly the 40 plus age people is traveling in the first class and 30 age people traveling in the second class and 25 age people traveling in the third class. So based on the gender wise and the travel class wise, his age will be displayed in this bar plot. So this is our with the visualization full and full like creator wish. So how which kind of format we can choose the data and visualizing the data. Okay, yeah. So next one is a count plot. So count plot is how many, that is count plot. How many people is there? So now we have a gender column, right? So how many male and how many female is there? We can counting that in the help of this count plot function. So SNS dot count of x is equal to 6. So gender wise, how many people survived count I was mentioning in that hue function. So survived passing the data is equal to Titanic. So yeah. So blue is an one is a survived, blue is an 0 is an unsurvived. So that is we can easily understand live or not. So 1 is a lived people, 0 is an alive people. So male is only 100 plus people only survived. So still 400 plus male people will be dead. So same like that 200 plus females will be survived and less than 100 people females will be dead. So comparing this male and female column, mostly the male people will be dead. Male people are dead, female people are most people will be survived. So this is the way we can identify. So another thing we can using the class wise. So it may gender wise, how many people traveled in the first class and second class, like that. So we can mention the P class. So passenger class wise, how many male and how many people, so female. So first class is the traveled people is count one near 125, I think 125. Second class people is mostly travel 100 plus people, and third class 340 people traveled in third class, and female is and 100 plus people in travel in first class, 80 plus people travel in the second class, and 150 people will travel in the third class. So based on the male and the female count, we can identify the count of the peoples, count of the values. So box plot already we see that. So minimum value, maximum value. Pair plot to comparing the each and every plottings in one by one. I will show the pair plot, then only we can understand. Okay, SNS dot pair, pair, the data is Titanic. So gender wise, we can comparing and pairing the data. So it takes some time, so kindly wait. Because the each and every column compared with the same column and also another column. So do you see that it's a large data set, right? So gender wise, we can comparing the data in every columns. So now the first one survived. So survived wise, how many male and how many female? Survived male. So x-axis survived is there. Compared with the y-axis, okay, the blue is a male, right? So most of the blue male people will be survived, female people will be dead. Survived, comma survived, like x-axis and y-axis both will be compared. So passenger class wise, so male will be death and female will be survived. And age wise also male death, female will be survived. So same like this format, we can comparing the each and every column to same column. So this is the pair plot, and the next one is a heat map. So heat map is a little more difficult. That is comparing to the each and every values. Okay, so the heat map is not important in this place. It is little more what is that, difficult to understand. So next one is a distribution plot. So distribution plot is same like a histogram plot. So continuous value is there, we can passing that. For example, SNS dot dist plot passing the x is equal to age and the data is equal to Titanic. Okay, dist plot. Sorry. Okay, the data is the Titanic, right? I think data is not important. Okay, is getting some error. Yeah, right. I made a mistake. Like data set name like Titanic and changing that particular column name. So now the fair wise the density will be there. So mostly 0 to 100 neurons or dollars is spent. Mostly the 0 to $100 will be spent. Others will be little more than spent. Compared with 0 to $50 will be spent mostly like 0.20 density wise. The dollars, like the amount ticket fare will be sent. Okay. So next one is a violin plot. So these are the same like a count plot. You can passing the two different values, that is x and y, like that, gender and call P class, and what is that, survived or gender, like this. So SNS dot violin plot of x equal to survived people compare with an passenger class wise. Okay, data, I'll forget the data. So data is equal to Titanic. So 0 and 0 means surveyed people, 1 means not surveyed people, right? Yeah, right. Not right. 0 is a dead people, 1 is a surveyed people. So mostly third class people mostly dead, and other class people mostly alive. Okay, so this is the way we can visualizing the plottings. Okay, so in this today's session, we will discuss about the plotline, Matplotlib and also Seaborn. So both is a visualizing library. So Matplotlib is working with the dataset and also arrays, but Seaborn is still working with the dataset only. Okay, there is not supported for array concept like our manual data. Okay, so is that okay, right? So today we will discuss about visualizing the plottings in Python coding base. In tomorrow we will full discuss about the visualizing tools, that is drag and drop method. Tomorrow is not like coding, full drag and drop method. Just drag your data and drop it in our plotting. Automatically the plotting will visualize. That is easy to understand and easy to work. Okay.